And welcome. Good to see you guys. We are talking about how to get known and how to create a media frenzy, even if no one knows you. Simone Vincenzi here, co-founder of GTeX. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. If you are watching the replay, can you please put hashtag replay here in the comments so then I can see that you are watching. And as well, if you can hear me okay, just put it in the comment. Whoop whoop so I can see that we are all here in the same page. Gonna start sharing this also on my page, on my profile, and then we are going to get started. In fact, what I would love to do right now before we start, just if you can put some comments, want to say hi to Jason, hi to Jacqueline, hey Haslam, good to see you, and good, wish you fast, very fast recovery, mate. So first of all, I would love to know what would you like to learn about, and what question do you have about getting media to talk about you? Because I'm going to share with you a very specific strategy today, and then I'm going to go into a Q&A if you have any question. So let me know right now here in the comments what questions do you have, so then I make sure we put them in I can answer them at the end. Now, as I mentioned, one of the things that the reason why I'm doing this training, it is because one of the things that was very difficult at the beginning was to get known. Not only get known, but to get seen. Because after a while, you become really good at your thing. You become really good at what you do. But then, not being known, not being in front of the right people, what happens is that not many people can recognize how great you are. And then suddenly, one of the problems that I had is that I started doubting about myself. I started doubting about my capabilities. I'm like, well, but it doesn't mean that I don't have enough clients, so I'm not a good coach. I'm not like good at this stuff. And it was really frustrating because, I put everything I had into this. I put all my money, I put all my time, and seeing very, very little results for years. I was starting doubting, is this thing even going to work? And then I remember someone saying, but Simone, you are not getting in front of the right people. And I was like, that's that's true. But my reach at the time was very, very limited. And what happens is that when you have a limited reach, when you have only few people that are watching you and they're all the same, and you have not new people coming in, then you're always talking to the same 4 or 5 people. And that was my biggest problem. It wasn't that I wasn't good enough. It wasn't that I didn't have great products or services. It was that I wasn't in front of the right people. And so I became starting this journey of how can I become known? How can I get people to see the quality of the service that I can provide? How can I people to see that actually I'm good at what I do? And how can I get people to talk about the fact that I'm good and what I do? Because I've realized one thing, and this is one of the biggest lessons I can give you right now from the get-go. The first biggest lesson is not how much you talk to say how great you are. It's about how many other people or other platforms are talking about how great you are. Because of course, I mean, if you're good at it, you're not going to go around and say, you know what, I'm pretty rubbish at what I do. You're not going around saying I'm pretty rubbish at what you do, right? But when you have another platform consistently talking about how great you are, that's where you make the shift. That's when the difference starts. And so there is one thing that made a huge difference for our business, which actually is getting, which is the how do we start? And then let me give you the strategy, because it's something that is a strategy which is very overlooked. Not many people are using it. Not many people are doing it, and not many people are doing it properly. And I'm talking about. Probably you were not expecting to hear this. Winning awards. I'm talking about winning awards. Now you're talking. Listen, you know what? What do you mean? It's like you told me to get media appearances and creating a media frenzy about me. And right now, what you're saying is you gotta go out and get awards. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's actually what I'm saying. That's actually what I'm saying. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm talking about getting awards. talking about getting awards, because awards is one of the best things that you can do for your business. Now, awards are already a statement that you are good at what you do. Now, before you get started with, well, but I know the award industry, is full of fake people. As long as you pay, then they are going to get you in. Before you start saying that, yes, let me tell you straight, the award industry is a very funky industry. You can pay for awards. You can have popularity contests that are giving you awards. You can get as many people voting for you, and you can win the awards. But then there are awards that are really, really serious awards. They are the most difficult to get. The strategy I'm talking about is actually the way of using the award. It doesn't matter what award you're winning, to then get media to talk about you, to then get into local publication, to then get into mainstream media as well. Why? Because when you win an award, doesn't matter what award it is, there is a moment of celebration. There is a moment of acknowledgement for the great work that you have been putting in to get to that point. And it becomes a starting point. When you win an award, everyone on your social media, the people that you have not heard from ages, everyone is like, yeah, great job, congratulations. And so you are creating already a frenzy in your bubble, in the people that are following you. But then what happens if you then start leveraging from that momentum, leveraging from that frenzy, and start contacting other media publications, saying, hey, this is what I've been acknowledged for. Let me tell you about my story and how I started before getting featured and getting nominated to this award. Because what media are looking for to publish is your story. They are looking to publish you. They are looking for interesting story. They are looking for opinions. That's what media are looking for. And when you have a story, when you are talking about the journey of getting that award, in particular in a local publication, they're gonna love it. They're absolutely gonna love it. And so you are creating this frenzy. You are creating this buzz that is around you and your business. And that's one of the biggest strategies that you can use. There is something else that happens when you attend award ceremonies and you apply for awards. Just being there at the ceremony, you are networking with a lot of influential entrepreneurs. The reason why it is because there is, when you apply to an award ceremony, probably most of the time you will be invited to attend it, and then you will pay a ticket. Generally, it's quite pricey. For a 3-course meal, there is like a lunch or a dinner to get to that award. But the people that are there, they are an incredible network. In fact, some of the business partners we met, some of the people that became clients, some of the people that started collaborating with us, other people that recommended us to other publications, they actually come from awards. And so I made it a point to win awards consistently every single year. In fact, for the past 3 years, we have won at least 1 to 2 awards every single year. This year we won the award as Best Personal Development Company in the UK, GTeX, whoop whoop. Was a finalist as Entrepreneur of the Year from the Federation of Small Businesses. I was a finalist for Young Entrepreneur of the Year for the Southwark Business Awards. Last year I won Man of the Year Award, finalist as Speaker of the Year in other categories. So that has been something that always kept me relevant, and it creates this buzz. But I'm not letting like at the end of the day, an award is a piece of paper, is a piece of glass. After the initial buzz, it's worth that much. What's really important actually is also peace of mind for your clients, because when you are announcing your clients that you won this award, you are also creating or engaging the buzz with your clients, and they feel proud to be associated with an award-winning company. So that's one thing as well for your client's perspective. And for your perspective, you're using this momentum, this buzz that you have created to keep being recognized, to keep being relevant to media, to go on podcasts, to get your story out there. And so, if you're not applying for awards, if you are not putting yourself out there, if you're not even checking it, or if you're even saying, well, but who am I to win an award? It's like I haven't done these big things yet. There are awards for everyone. There is a website which is called like awardslist.co.uk. That's a great resource. It's awardslist.co.uk. And in this website, you can find a category with hundreds of awards that you can apply for. I think that there are many hundred, about like 400, 500 awards just in the UK. Do you want to use it globally? There are other lists, other global lists that put together these aggregates of awards. And you can go there and finding local awards, something which is awards progress, some awards that are awards particular stories. So there is, if you don't find, if you don't search, you will never find something that says, actually, this award is for me. And from this industry, from one of the things that I've realized, if you've been already around for a while, if you've been already done great work with your clients, you put yourself out there, it doesn't matter if you're famous or known or not, but if as long as you have you've done some great results with your clients, then there is an award there for you, which is waiting, which is just waiting for you. It's just your name tag already, and winning award is not that difficult. The reason why it is because not many people actually put the effort to apply for awards. And let me tell you one other secret on this. Once you apply for an award, and then a lot of times the questions are very similar. The questions are very similar for the different awards. So right now, like you're going to apply, and you're going to say, one of the things I do is to save all the answer in a Google document, because I know that the same questions are going to come up in the next application. And you can spend a couple of hours, and in a couple of hours, boom, you've applied for 4 or 5 awards. It's not that mind-blowing, it's not that difficult. The first one, when you're writing the answers, yeah, it might take you a bit more time. But as long as you are, this is the most important thing. Have you done some great work for your community, right now or in the past? Have you done some great work for your clients, right now or in the past? Have you done some great work for your organization that you've been worked with, right now or in the past? Do you have a story which is worth sharing, which is worth mentioning, because you went through incredible trouble and you turned your life around? There is an award for you. And they're not just talking about business. There are awards in a lot of other areas. And so that's why I want you to be acknowledged. That's why I want you to be known. I want you to get out there and say to the world, look how great I am, and I'm not the only one saying that. Okay? Because at the moment you get out there, the moment that you step into this confidence, when you're showing what you're worth to the world, there's going to be something magic that will happen. You will start attracting better clients. You will start attracting better opportunities. You will start attracting better partnerships. You will start attracting things that before, just because people didn't know and you were like closed in your shell, or even forgetting that you could talk about this stuff, then you didn't attract those opportunities. And you're already missing. This is missing an opportunity which is already there for you. It's not even working hard. This is leveraging something that you've already done. This is leverage something that got you here to this point. This is leverage something that is part of your journey. So don't be afraid to say, actually, I deserve to win this. I deserve to create a buzz around media about the work that we do. Because if you don't do that, someone else will do, and someone else will get the opportunities, someone else will get the clients, someone else will get the awards, and someone else will get all the things that will allow you actually to create the impact. Because as a business, what you want is to get clients, make profits, and make an impact. That's what you want to do in business, and serve your clients in the best way. And all this frenzy, all this media stuff, all this profile building is not to feel good about yourself and about your ego, because that lasts this much. Yeah, it's good, but it's not gonna fulfill you inside. But all this frenzy that you're creating is worth for your business to move forward. And that's what I'm really excited about, and that's how we've been able to use it. Because in fact, after being featured on awards, I've been using that to get on podcasts, to get on publications, to get on magazines, to apply for other awards actually, because I say, hey, we won this award, we would love to apply for the next one now. And it's something which is already there. It's already there. You don't need to look anywhere else. It's something that you've already done. So leverage what you've been doing. One of the biggest tricks people are missing is to leverage the work that they've already doing, because they are always looking for what's next without seeing actually what got them there. And when you get that, and when you're able to use it, and when you consciously remind yourself to use it, then there is nothing that can stop you. There is absolutely nothing that can stop you. So, and now this is a part, or this is actually one of the things that we're going to help you with, because we have our Profile Builder program, which we are going to launch in the next few days. I'm really excited. The official launch is going to happen on the 5th of November. And in the Profile Builder program, one of the things that we're going to help you with is actually to win awards, to apply in the right way, to write the application in the right way, to leverage the awards, to apply for the right awards depending on where you are. Because I know some people can just go by themselves, other people will need some guidance. So that's what one of the things that we are going to do on the Profile Builder program, which will help you get known, get paid, and make an impact. On top of that, we will help you get speaking gigs, getting on publications, all things that you can do to raise your profile to become more known, so you can attract better clients, higher paying clients, and more opportunities, and really make the impact that you want to make by showing up in the best possible way, in a way that is attractive. And that's what we're going to work on the Profile Builder. So actually, I put a link here in the comments, and you can get on the waiting list. The program is not open yet, but if you decide to be on the waiting list, there is going to be something special for you that you're going to find out only when you register. So make sure you put your details here in the link. There is the link for the waiting list. Put a link there, fill up your detail, and then when you're going to receive the email, and then when the program is open, you guys are going to have the priority to join, because we're only looking for 30 people that are going to join this incredible program, the Profile Builder, which is going to be announced on the 5th of November. In the meanwhile, I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for another brand new training. Tomorrow I've got something special I would love to talk to you about, in particular, that will get you published. So today we talked about how do we create a frenzy. Tomorrow we are going to talk about how do we get actually on some great publication, how do we get on stage. So follow the next following days, because I got some incredible training for you. I'm looking forward to working together. Make sure you put your application in, and I'll see you tomorrow for another brand new training. Ciao.